Alright, here we are. Day 79. Today is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. Today's weigh-in was 308.8. So a new low, making progress. Can't remember if the last low was 9.4, 9.6, or 9.8. It might have been 9.8. Not sure. Okie dokie. Doing well. As for the moment of writing this sentence, I've been avoiding a moderate amount of temptation this last day or so, but nothing too crazy. Yesterday was slightly easier than today. Today I've contemplated using calorie counting, which is my least preferred method of consumption when trying to make progress. Counting calories has a higher potential of setting off a binge or just leaving me hungry, which is also not a preferred situation. Alright, well, that was written earlier. I managed to do decent in regards to my food for the day. I went without a little longer than I wanted, which may have resulted in a little extra eating when I did get around to food, but my meal fit into one of my more preferred eating genres, so I'm happy with today. Basically was shooting for keto, and I believe managed to hit my mark. It is possible my diced tomato intake could knock me out of ketosis, the two main variables being me not 100% sure I'm in ketosis, and the other being it's been a while since I looked at the tomato macros. I believe they are a little carb heavy, since they are technically a fruit, I believe. But I'll look into that later, just not at the time of this writing. And as of this recording, no. Not yet. I will do it before I go to bed, but I was just trying to get all my ducks in a row before the end of the day, which seems to be where these recordings tend to take place. Ideally, I would really like them to not be the last thing I do every day, but it just seems good to do these as a recap. I don't know. I mean, it's the end of the day, so there's just a lot more to talk about, and it seems like it's a good time to contemplate what did or didn't happen during the day. I'm not sure how that would translate to a midday or morning recording. I don't know if... morning could set the tone for the day, but without having done something, it's kind of hard to talk about it. At least at the moment, the way things stand with what I'm comfortable with talking about, whatever that may or may not be. Small rant over. More to think about on that. Here we go. Back to the talking points. Today was a decent day. Did some low-key hanging out. That was responsible for some of the temptation I was dealing with. Hanging out, snacks being abundant and whatnot. But that's my burden. I don't overly criticize people for their eating habits. Actually, the only time I even bring it up at all, generally, is when I didn't initiate the conversation and am responding to a question. Even then, I generally try to be matter of fact, or specifically relate my opinion to something as to how something affects me, making it known that the opinion in no way should be taken as anything other than anecdotal. And all that being said, obviously there are exceptions. And all of that being said, obviously there are exceptions. And occasionally a close friend or family member has gotten some unsolicited advice, such as that sugar is bad for you, at least in excess. There's lots of opinions on that, but seriously, at this point in my life, I just don't care for the hassle of imposing my ideas on anyone. A lot of that is can have or does directly correlate to the allegory of the cave by Plato, and the rest is based off of just preferences and my lack of knowledge. Honestly, I don't know. It's a big swirl of reasons, but I just don't care for it. I tend to overinvest, so it's easier to abstain. But alright, well over the 5 minutes today, so hopefully that felt like a good video. Who knows? Alright, take care. Bye.